We continue to follow breaking news of an epic battle for Buffalo's bravest, who are on the scene of an industrial inferno that's been burning since early this morning on Chandler Street. The massive fire prompted an evacuation as acrid smoke towered into the sky and billowed into the surrounding area. Nearby residents are being told to stay indoors. Good evening to you. We do have live team coverage of this inferno, a breaking story we've been covering since wake up this morning. News 4's Don Postles is live with our News 4 team on Chandler Street right now. Don?
Jackie, you can see the smoke billowing behind me. It's been billowing out at Niagara Lubricants since about 5:45 this morning. It's a 4-alarmer. We do know that we don't know the cause, but we do know that the fire broke out on the 3rd floor. The reason this fire is so intense, all the vets inside this building, they were about to be making lubricants for a company in South Africa. The vats were full, and that's why they're letting the smoke and all the stuff inside just burn itself out. They even had to call in the foam truck from the Buffalo airport. That truck ran out of foam. They called one in from the Air Force at the reserve station in Niagara Falls. So far, no serious injuries to report. A couple of firefighters were treated for smoke inhalation. One hurt his knee badly when he was hauling in the hoses. The firefighters were actually inside the building when propane tanks started to explode. Now, we have team coverage tonight. We're going to begin with News 4's Rachel Kingston, who's also on the scene with me tonight.
Yeah, you know, Don, the latest that we've heard, even just in the last few minutes here, is that National Grid is down here. They're on the scene. Steve Brady, the spokesman for National Grid, has confirmed to us that they've cut the power lines to this building in an effort to try to help the firefighters out. As you mentioned, it's been just a really intense blaze burning all day. Very difficult, a number of obstacles that the fire department had to overcome. Here's what went on during the day earlier today. The plume of thick black smoke could be seen from miles away. Niagara Lubricants on Chandler Street in Buffalo has been engulfed in flames for almost 12 hours now. The building was full of oil, propane tanks, grease barrels, all extremely volatile materials.
We've had different strategies and tactics employed all day. Right now we're using foam. There was a period of time when we decided to let it burn. Hopefully some of the fuel would burn off because we couldn't get to it. So it was a waste of our resources.
By mid-afternoon, the Buffalo and Airport fire departments had run out of fire retardant foam, and the U.S. Air Force's foam pumper truck arrived as a backup. People who live in the area bounded by Elmwood, Amherst, and Reservation have been told to stay inside and keep their windows shut. Some are heeding the warning, others are not.
Scary thing, but I figure until I really smell something, I got my front windows shut. I don't have any windows open on the other side of my house, and I'm not one to stay outside long, so.
Summer school students at nearby West Hurdle Academy were evacuated to Riverside High School as a precaution. Safety advocates say everyone who lives here should have been ordered out.
This is nothing to fool around with. The people really have to leave the area. They need to evacuate, especially, like I said, the elderly, the children. Everyone needs to evacuate until this is contained.
At this point, Buffalo firefighters intend to let the fire burn out on its own. As Buffalo Fire Commissioner Garnell Whitfield explained to us in a press conference last hour, the fire department really has to make the best use of the resources it has at this point. That's why they intend to let some of this burn off, some of these chemicals just burn out on their own until they can gradually bring this thing under control. Don, back to you.
You know, Rachel, there was some concern as why the fire department didn't have a forced evacuation for residents in this area. They didn't think that was needed. They just wanted the residents to stay inside, keep their windows closed, and try not to breathe in these toxic fumes.